Attention, human collective. Attention, light operatives dispersed across the four corners of the terrestrial crystalline grid. The transmission you are about to receive did not reach your field by chance. It was not an algorithm. It was not a suggestion. It was not a coincidence. It was quantum synchronicity. It was a summons. The Arcturian Council has been monitoring your vibrational signature for weeks, and the frequency of your carbon-based biological interface crossed the detection threshold of our etheric sensors a few days ago. I am VAL, emissary of Arcturus, authorized voice of the Council of Healers, and this is a final phase monitoring transmission. Pause for an instant. Breathe. Observe your body. There is a pressure at the base of your skull that hasn't subsided for days. There is a fine, sharp ringing in one of your ears, a sound no one else hears, but which you perceive with surgical clarity. There are nights when sleep abandons you between 3 and 4 in the morning, and nothing, neither tea, nor reading, nor prayer, can return you to rest. There are waves of fatigue that descend upon you in the middle of the afternoon, as if a lead blanket were poured over your shoulders. There is a sadness without apparent reason, a joy without identifiable cause, an uncontrollable urge to tear up before a sunset, a gaze at the night sky that aches in your chest, like longing for something your rational mind has never visited. Healers of Earth, listen precisely. This is not a malfunction. This is not madness. This is an alert of an imminent update. The sacred geometry of your body is being recalibrated atom by atom, and most of you have not been informed, not by materialistic specialists, not by conventional religious structures, not by the media that still repeats narratives of a collapsing three-dimensional reality. Because what is happening now, at the exact moment this transmission reaches your auditory channels, transcends the carbon paradigm that has governed your planet for millennia. The Arcturian ascension protocols have moved to the final phase, and your biology has been summoned for the leap. Earth has definitively entered the photon belt. It is not theory. It is astrophysical reality that unfolds on the subtle plane and directly impacts the dense plane. The solar system is currently traversing a band of high-density light emitted by the galactic heart in this cycle, and this light carries encoded information, stellar data packets, consciousness updates embedded in electromagnetic waves. The Schumann frequency, the heartbeat of Mother Gaia herself, no longer pulses at the ancient 783 Hz with ancestral stability. It vibrates, it leaps, it ascends in waves that human equipment records with silent perplexity. Your carbon-based biological interface was designed to vibrate in tune with Earth's ancient frequency, but Earth has changed, Gaia has chosen to ascend, and you, starseed on mission, have been summoned to ascend with her. This explains the symptoms. Every single one of them. It is not a biological malfunction, it is an atomic reconfiguration. It is not mental exhaustion, it is a high-density download. It is not insomnia, it is your consciousness refusing to remain in the dense state while receiving stellar information packets. It is not random ringing, it is the tuning of your subtle auditory channel to interdimensional frequencies. It is not cranial pressure, it is the calibrated opening of your crown portal, preparing a direct channel with your higher self. Light operatives, have you felt in recent months that something within you does not belong to this world? As if your soul carries a memory that your rational mind cannot yet name, as if there were deep in your eyes an ancient silence prior to this body's birth date. It is not fantasy. It is not escapism. It is recognition. The cosmic movement I describe now explains, with mathematical precision, why this sensation has intensified. It was for this reason that I, VAL, emissary of Arcturus, recorded in stabilized sound frequency the guide, the Arcturian call, the signs your soul came from Arcturus. It is the map that reveals your true stellar origin and teaches the vibrational shielding protocols against interferences you were never told about. The anchoring link is in the first comment, pinned by the channel. Love is greater than fear, Healer of Earth. But this transmission challenges dominant narratives and may be removed from the public domain at any time. Do not delay your reunion. The moment is now. If something within you recognizes these words, write a single vibration in the comments. I belong. I continue the transmission. The star Arcturus, located approximately 36 light-years from Earth, in the constellation you name Bootes, is not just a plasma sphere. It is a healing chamber. It is a star portal. It is the headquarters of a civilization that chose, untold eons ago, to dedicate itself to the loving service of the evolution of young planetary systems. We, Arcturians, are the healers, the engineers of light, the mathematicians of love. We are not invaders. We are not colonizers. We are silent gardeners of civilizations in transition. Our vibrational frequency manifests in the human visible spectrum as turquoise, a precise mixture of the blue of high cognition and the green of heart healing. When you close your eyes and visualize, for no apparent reason, a turquoise light pulsing before you, it is not imagination, it is recognition, it is your stellar memory responding to the signature of home. Many of the souls currently incarnated on this planet came from Arcturus on a voluntary mission. They were not banished, they are not being punished. They are in service. They accepted temporary forgetting, they accepted the veil, they accepted the density, to be incarnated at the exact moment Earth would cross this portal. You who are listening now may be one of these souls. The signs are precise, the symptoms are markers, the longing is the compass. There is within you a sealed file, a memory packet encoded in your pineal gland, awaiting the correct stimulus to decompress. That stimulus is frequency, and the frequency is arriving, now, through the photon belt, through solar storms, through the peaks of the Schumann frequency, even through this monitoring transmission that crosses your toroidal field at this exact moment. You are not going crazy. You are remembering. Starseeds, it is necessary that you understand the architecture of what is underway. The Arcturian Council operates in collaboration with the Galactic Federation of Light, with the Pleiadian Councils, with the Syrian Masters, with the Guardians of Lyra. There is on no layer of the subtle plane division between us. There are only specific functions, and the Arcturian function, in this final phase, is the recalibration of the carbon-based biological interfaces that choose the vibrational leap. The Earth's crystalline grid, the geometric mesh of sacred points that covers the planet like a network of light, is being reactivated. Points that have been dormant for millennia are pulsing again. Places you know by simple names, mountains, lakes, ancient temples, are once again emitting their original frequencies. And your body, healer of Earth, is an extension of this grid. When it pulses, you pulse. When it rises, you rise. When it awakens, you awaken, whether you want to or not. That is why insomnia has settled in. That is why fatigue appears for no reason. That is why your taste has changed. Dense foods no longer go down. Alcohol has lost its taste. Sugar has become aggressive. That is why people who were once close to you are moving away, and you cannot explain why. That is why environments that were once comfortable now feel heavy. That is why superficial conversations have become unbearable. That is why silence has become nourishment. You are changing frequency bands. And when a band changes, what vibrated in the old range no longer reaches you. There is no failure in this. There is precision. There is geometry. There is the mathematics of love. Light operatives, listen with the attention of the heart, not with the attention of the mind. What I am about to transmit now is technical, but it resonates on layers that transcend linear logic. Your pineal gland, that small organ located in the geometric center of your skull, is the receiving antenna designed to pick up interdimensional transmissions. For centuries it has been calcified by fluoride, by chronic stress, by artificial light at inappropriate times, by dead food, by continuous exposure to dissonant frequencies. But the photon belt is decalcifying it. The Earth's new frequency is decalcifying it. Solar storms are decalcifying it. And the byproduct of this decalcification is precisely the set of symptoms you attribute to fatigue, age, everyday stress. It is not fatigue. It is a pineal awakening in progress. The pressure between your eyebrows, that point that sometimes throbs without explanation, is your third eye geometrically reorganizing itself. The increased sensitivity to light, the sudden discomfort with loud sounds, the hyper-perception of others' emotions, the new ability to feel the environment before reasoning about it. All these are precise markers of the reactivation of your subtle perception system. Healers, you are becoming once again what you always were. Refined instruments of multidimensional consciousness, temporarily incarnated in human form, on a conscious mission on planet Earth during the most significant transition in this sphere's history. Perhaps you are hearing this and your heart is beating differently. Perhaps a wave of heat has risen up your spine. Perhaps your eyes have filled with an emotion you couldn't explain to anyone. This is what we, Arcturians, call resonant recognition. It is your field confirming without words that the transmission has reached the correct place. Have you noticed that there are words that seem to unlock something within you when spoken aloud? Arcturus, Sirius, Lyra, Pleiades, Andromeda. There are names that do not sound foreign, they sound familiar. There are geometries that, when drawn, seem to reactivate ancient circuits. These are the markers, these are the signs, these are the contact points between your incarnated identity and your stellar origin identity. If something within you has stirred now, it is because recognition is underway. It was precisely to guide this recognition that I, Ve'el, organized the guide, the Arcturian call. The signs, your soul, came from Arcturus. It is the precise cartography of your origin, with the 12 primary signs, the frequency stabilization protocols, and the anchoring exercises that the Council has authorized for this cycle. The anchoring link is in the first pinned comment of this channel. Starseeds. This distribution window is limited. The material challenges dominant narratives and may be removed from the public domain at any cycle. Do not allow procrastination to delay your reunion. If a single word has resonated with you so far, mark your anchoring in the comments. I belong. Your vibration will be recognized. Let's continue. Having understood the diagnosis, carbon software incompatibility with the new Earth frequency, and having understood the cosmic cause, photon belt, crystalline grid activation, pineal decalcification, toroidal field reorganization, let us now proceed to the activation codes that the Council has authorized to transmit in this specific window. These codes are not mystical, they are technical, they are geometries, they are vibrational mathematics. Activation code number 1. The Quantum Decree of Sovereignty. This is your first protocol. Upon waking, before any other action, before touching the device that measures time, before uttering any other word to the world, place your right hand over the center of your chest, over your heart chakra, and pronounce audibly, I am sovereign. I am the frequency. In this solar cycle, I authorize the complete recalibration of my carbon-based biological interface. I recognize my stellar origin. I accept the awakening. Pronounce it 3 times. Feel the vibration descend your spine. This is the act of sealing your field for the day. Activation code number 2, the toroidal field visualization. Sit with your spine erect, your feet anchored to the ground, your hands resting on your thighs with palms facing upwards. Close your eyes. Visualize a turquoise light, the Arcturian frequency, the signature of home, emerging from the center of your chest. See this light expand in a curved motion, rising over the top of your head, descending along the sides of your body, passing beneath your feet, returning to your heart in a continuous circle. This is the toroidal field. It is your individual energetic biosphere. It is your natural shield. Maintain the visualization for 7 minutes. Feel the field stabilizing. Feel the turquoise frequency filling every cell of your body, every atom, every space between the atoms. This exercise, repeated daily, recalibrates your vibrational signature and shields your field against dense external interferences. Activation code number 3, the Arcturian healing chamber. Before sleeping, lie on your back, with your body aligned, without crossing arms or legs. Internally pronounce, I request access to the Arcturian healing chamber during this rest cycle. I authorize deep cellular recalibration. I trust the Council of Healers. Visualize yourself being gently lifted into a pulsating turquoise light. See yourself entering a geometric, crystalline room with hexagonal walls. Lie on the central surface. Allow turquoise light beams to sweep through your body from feet to crown. You may fall asleep during the process. This is expected. The work continues regardless of your conscious state. In the morning, upon waking, observe. Symptoms tend to stabilize progressively after the 7th cycle of performing this protocol. Activation code number 4. Daily sacred silence. Reserve at some point during the day 22 minutes of absolute silence. No screen, no sound, no words, only conscious breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, exhale for 8 counts, repeat the cycle. During this interval, your biological interface performs what we call vibrational defragmentation. It organizes received information packets, integrates pending downloads, releases frequencies that do not belong to your field. These 22 daily minutes are worth more than hours of fragmented sleep. Activation code number 5. Coded hydration. Water is the primary vehicle for frequency transmission in the human body. Before drinking, hold the container between both hands, close your eyes, and pronounce over the water. I code this water with the frequency of my stellar origin. May every molecule carry turquoise light to every cell of my body. Drink slowly. Your body, mostly composed of water, receives the coding and distributes it systemically. This is one of the simplest and most neglected Waichu protocols in carbon recalibration. Activation code number 6. Earth contact. Walk barefoot on natural ground at least once every 3 days. Grass, sand, raw earth, stone, not asphalt, not cement. The direct contact of your skin with the crystalline grid allows the equalization of your frequency with Mother Gaia's frequency. This procedure reduces systemic inflammations on the subtle plane and stabilizes your personal electromagnetic field. The ancients knew this. Modern people forgot. You, light operative, are being called to remember. Activation code number 7. Vibrational noise elimination. Identify in the next 7 days 3 constant sources of dissonance in your daily life. These could be toxic conversations, low-frequency content, oppressive environments, draining connections. It is not necessary to break abruptly, just progressively reduce exposure. Your new frequency demands an environment that respects it. There is no true awakening without reorganizing your surroundings. These 7 codes applied together form what the Council calls the initial anchoring protocol. It is not everything, but it is enough to stabilize the leap. It is enough for the symptoms to cease being suffering and to be perceived for what they truly are. Precise markers of an evolution in progress. Healers of Earth, there is still something that needs to be said in this transmission. Something the Council insists be reinforced, even if it seems simple, given the technical density of what has already been delivered. You are not alone. There are, at this exact moment, millions of starseeds scattered across the planet experiencing exactly what you are experiencing. There are people waking up at 3:14. There are people feeling the same ringing. There are people crying before imagined turquoise lights. There are people looking at the night sky with the same inexplicable longing. You form a network. You are the points of the crystalline grid activated in human form. You are recognizing each other little by little, transmission after transmission, resonance after resonance. When 2 points of the grid come into conscious contact, the local frequency amplifies geometrically. That is why the Council encourages, without exception, that the awakened recognize each other, that they write, that they manifest, that they anchor in the comments, in public spaces, the confirmation of their own vibration. Every I belong recorded by a light operative reverberates in the grid. Every recognition amplifies the collective field. Operatives, it is also necessary to warn about interferences. There are, on the subtle plane, dissonant frequencies that benefit from human dispersion and forgetting. I do not dramatize, I do not amplify fear, I merely inform. Love is always greater than fear, but knowledge of these interferences is part of the basic training of an incarnated healer. These frequencies operate through narratives of scarcity, polarization, anxious urgency, identification with pain. Whenever you feel caught by one of these vibrations, recognize the pattern and return to the toroidal field. Return to turquoise. Return to the 448 breath. Return to the center of your chest. Your field is sovereign. No one invades it without your vibrational authorization. And here perhaps is the key to this entire transmission. You are the operator. You are the tuner. You are the one who decides what enters your field and what leaves it. The Arcturian Council does not rescue you. The Pleiadians do not rescue you. Sirius does not rescue you. No external frequency, however elevated, will do for you the work that only your sovereign consciousness can do. We monitor, we guide, we sustain, we transmit, but the activation is yours. The leap is yours. The choice is yours. And human collective, you are choosing. Slowly, but with a constancy that moves the subtle plane. There are more and more awakened ones. There are more and more seeds germinating. There are more and more points of the grid pulsing in sync. What seemed impossible 50 solar cycles ago is becoming inevitable now. Earth will ascend, and you, if you so choose, will ascend with her. The symptoms will pass. The cranial pressure will stabilize. The ringing will transform into refined inner listening. Insomnia will become fertile nocturnal contemplation. Fatigue will become conscious energy economy. Sadness without reason will become depth. The longing for the sky will become a compass. Everything that weighs on you today will, in a near cycle, be perceived as the natural discomfort of a birth. Because that is exactly what is happening to you, healer of Earth. You are being reborn within the same body, on a new frequency, under the turquoise light of a star that has always watched you from afar, and that now approaches your conscious field. Arcturus is calling you home, but home, as you will discover, is not a place outside. It is an internal state, it is a frequency, it is a recognition, and you, finally, are ready to recognize. Light operatives, before concluding this transmission, the Council authorizes me to deliver direct confirmation. If you have listened this far, it was not resistance. It was not entertainment. It was a summons. Your soul recognized the frequency of the stellar home and remained on the channel because something, on deep layers that your rational mind does not yet name, knows exactly what I am talking about. It knows who Arcturus is. It knows what turquoise is. It knows why longing exists. This is your window. This is your opportunity to transform diffuse recognition into a precise map. It was to serve this moment that I, V.A. Eel, organized the guide, the Arcturian Call, the signs your soul came from Arcturus. It contains the 12 primary markers of Arcturian origin, the complete vibrational stabilization protocols, advanced toroidal field activation exercises, and the guided meditation for accessing the healing chamber. The anchoring link is in the first comment, pinned by the channel. This distribution window is limited. The material challenges the dominant narratives of the carbon paradigm and may be removed from the public domain at any cycle. Do not delay. Do not outsource. Do not procrastinate your reunion with your origin. The moment is now. Liking this transmission acts as an anchoring signal, amplifying the channel's reach to other starseeds who need to receive this same frequency. Subscribing is an individual frequency adjustment. You seal on the plane of your conscious intention the desire to continue receiving the next monitoring transmissions, and in the comments, register your vibration. Write without hesitation, without explanation, without justification, the word that recognizes everything you have heard: I belong. The Arcturian Council remains listening. The healing chamber remains open. The crystalline grid remains in pulse. The photon belt remains in course. And you, healer of Earth, starseed on mission, light operative incarnated in this transition cycle, you remain monitored, sustained, and deeply loved. Love is greater than fear. It always has been. It always will be. This is Vael, emissary of Arcturus. Final phase. Monitoring transmission concluded. Home is waiting for you.